How's it going, boys and girls? I'll let the video start with you seeing the natural, free-flowing, always flowing spring water. There's two different springs that water bubbles up out of the ground and always is flowing. The history goes that this water has healing powers, one for beauty and one for health. And people have been coming here for over 100 years to the natural spring over there, long before there was ever the wooden gazebo built around it and a parking lot built. When it was just clean water coming out of the ground, people have been coming here just so they can drink the water, because it's believed that it has healing powers. In a little bit, I'll tell you a little bit more on the history, but this is a old bridge near the spring. You can see the creek run underneath it. But this is the bridge of the old walking path, because one man years ago came here because he had kidney problems and was told he had 6 months left to live. And so he moved here, drank the water from the spring over there behind me for a month, went back to the doctor, and the doctor said he was cleared, he was healed. So he decided to buy the property, and he built a hotel. I talked to a couple men that were here, a couple people that were here a few minutes ago, and apparently the hotel was somewhere in the woods, maybe up here or something, but this bridge was a walking path. It's my understanding from the hotel to get to the spring, probably back before this road was built. This is Mount Vernon Springs, for y'all that don't know, and it was named after a descendant relative of the original George Washington, first president of the United States. His descendant came here and named it Mount Vernon Springs. And then now this road is Mount Vernon Springs Road. But you can see the bridge has many years of wear and tear on it. But I'm not going to hike up there. Apparently there's still some rubble or something up there where the old hotel was. I'm not going to walk up there tonight, but I would like to. But anyway, try not to make this video too long. People still come here. When we pulled up, there was 2 cars here. One of them was a very, very old lady, and she was filling up her jugs with the health and beauty waters, putting health in one jug and beauty in a different jug. And they have the jugs marked which one's which, so they can always tell which one they're drinking. People still to this day believe that it has healing powers, beauty powers. And I've always loved well water, and I was told that this water was better than well water. And I've tasted some of each, and I even bottled me some of each, and it is very, very good water. You will not find water cleaner and better tasting than this. But little history, and I'm letting her fill up her jugs. I don't want to invade people's privacy. But little history. It says, this is the history that I've pulled up online. A man by the name of Eugene Faust went to the doctor and ordered him to swear off soft drinks and alcohol and coffee for 6 months. Faust, 75 years old, of Siler City, knew a better way to cure his ailing kidneys. He did just what his granddaddy had done when he fell sick back in 1881. He drove down to his boyhood home of Mount Vernon Springs, which is right where I'm at, and filled a half a dozen jugs of the cool water that has bubbled up from the ground there for centuries. After drinking nothing but spring water for 2 weeks, Faust returned to the doctor. He said, "I don't know what happened, but you're clear as a bell," Faust says, chuckling. Plenty of folks from Mount Vernon Springs still drink the waters that put their Chatham County hamlet on the map. Some think the mineral-rich fluid tastes better than their well water. Others, mainly old-timers such as Faust, insist the springs have healing powers. Native Americans discovered the 2 adjoining springs hundreds of years ago, and they were the first to say the water could cure all sorts of ailments. But it wasn't until a century ago that the springs became big business. Quaker farmers first settled in this area about 1750, and visitors began traveling here for the waters in the early 1800s. A small hotel was built nearby in 1837. One of those visitors, a turpentine mill owner named John M. Faust, changed Mount Vernon Springs for good. Faust, which is the grandfather of Eugene Faust, had fallen sick in Moore County after a doctor told him he had 6 months to live. Faust moved to the Mount Vernon Springs in 1881 and began drinking the water. As the story goes, he recovered within a month. Convinced of the water's powers, Faust bought these springs and surrounding property for $1,250. He built grand 2-story wings onto the hotel, which eventually contained 50 rooms, and printed up handbills to promote the resort. One advertisement read, "The tonic and curative properties of Mount Vernon Springs water are too well known to need a lengthy description. It is especially good for kidney and stomach troubles, teething children, nervous and run-down men and women. No better place for rest and recuperation." Mount Vernon Springs wasn't the only community to take advantage of the dozens of mineral springs across the state. High-class resorts sprang up around many of the mineral springs in the late 19th and early 20th century. These were vacation destinations for many upper middle-class people. They would go to take the waters. By the time Eugene Faust was born in 1921,